Good evening everyone. Today in this video we will fight against the atmos character of our world around us, as we do in every video on this channel. And today we will discuss one issue. The issue what the reader who is interested in the history of Poland and it's not very familiar with the history of Poland in our geographical region, that it's called Central Europe and also Eastern Europe, part of Eastern Europe, on which in the past centuries Polish expansion took place, especially cultural and linguistic expansion. So what such person should start with? There are many general works about Polish history, but they are not well written or not available in many foreign languages, or they have other flaws, or not so detailed, or very detailed and focus only on several aspects or only one aspect. But there is a very particular work by a very particular author, which was translated into English. The history of Poland in few volumes. I will mention them soon. By the guy who was Polish journalist and writer, lived in the years 1909 to 1970, and he is known much more under his pen name Pawel Jasienica. His real name was Leon Lech Bejnar. Similarly, yes? Of course not. Yeah, so Pawel Jasienica wrote several books on Polish history. These are historical essays, and first of them is Piast Poland, from the beginnings to 1370. Later Jagiellonian Poland, later trilogy The Polish Republic of Two Nations, and Polish Anarchy, and so on. And these works actually go through Polish history from the very beginning, so the half of the 10th century, and there is some info from archaeology about early medieval Polish territories before the written sources appeared. So from the beginning of Polish state, so let's assume in the mid 10th century till 1795, so till the end of partitions, when the neighbors of Poland actually finished the existence all three together of first Polish state, Commonwealth actually. And these books, why I like them, despite the fact I do not agree with some evaluations of the author he made for some historical figures or for some events, like his evaluation of Jarema Wiśniewiecki, I completely disagree with, but I really appreciate this work for its literary style, for the great presentation of the material with many details, and everything actually, when one reads it, flows very well and one doesn't get lost within the details and in between the sentences. And also, despite the fact I do not agree with some theses presented in this work, it's nice to know them. It's nice to be aware that there is such a point of view, because one needs to know how to debunk it, how to discuss it. So before discussion, one should know it. So that's why this set of books is valuable. So books by Pawel Jasienica, I would recommend to everybody who wants to start his or her adventure with Polish history. And later, after reading this, one can go to more specialized books dealing with the topics they will be more interested in more detailed way or in more specialized way. That's why I would recommend all people, not only foreigners, but also Polish people who are not so very familiar in history in general, but they would like to know something about Polish past and Polish character and Polish culture and Polish nation. They should start with the set of works by Pawel Jasienica. All the best, bye. Have a nice evening.